Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today we are at Glenarm Castle, and this is called the Walled Garden. So we're taking this, it's a self-guided tour. Jan and I decided to do this before the conference. I don't think I've seen a prettier garden with so much diversity. It's unbelievable. I mean, look at the plants in here. And bees, all kinds of different sizes of bees everywhere. I mean, look at this. If you get to Glenarm, don't miss the walled garden tour. And this is beautiful. There's another little cranny nook.
It looks like maybe for croquet.
A croquet court, you think? Check that out. There's a really...
Showing all the bees?
Yes, the bees are everywhere.
And all different types.
Different sizes of bees. Jan, look at, you said that was an artichoke, but is it?
I don't know.
Look at this.
That's a thistle, but over there were artichokes.
It looks like an artichoke, but it's a big, big plant. This looks like Queen Anne's lace. I believe it is Queen Anne's lace. Does it smell like wild carrot?
Yes, it does.
So this is a massive Queen Anne's lace. We have those in Missouri.
Mm.
Beautiful. And then we have the arch here.
And then go into the next garden.
Go into the next garden. They just keep going. There's acres and acres of this. So this is the, what they call him? The Earl of, yes. The Earl of Antrim. He built a castle over here. It's closed today. They can't get in it. But Jan, they only allow 30 people at a time to go in. If somebody drops out of the tour, it's booked. The guy's gonna call us. Look at this. There's a fountain. That direction, we have to go check that out. Then it goes out that way, another entrance, and it goes out this way. Jan, what kind of tree is this here? That's a beautiful tree.
Kind of like in the pawpaw family.
Does it have any type of fruit on it? It's a beautiful tree. Kind of reminds us of a pawpaw tree in Missouri. I gotta go down through here. You could get lost in here. Look at this. Holy moly. Now there's the official castle, or the garden walls that were built. You know, the first Earl that came here, it was in the year 1300. And there's still a related Earl that was born in 1967 that goes back to like the 13th century. Isn't it? That's just unbelievable. I mean, think about that. That's a long time ago. This is pretty cool. Boy, kids would have a blast in here playing hide and seek, except for they probably wouldn't want them running around. Wow, check this out. Oh my gosh. Let me go back out. Look at that. Wow. Folks, there's flowers that I've never seen before in here. Look at that grass. Holy moly. We have one in Missouri they brought in from from Africa. It's called Miscanthus. That almost looks like that. Some of the farmers planted it for, supposedly they're gonna make pellets out of it to put into electric generation plants to produce electricity. It never did. It never did make. Wow. there is a unbelievable amount of flowers in here. That's why there's so many bees. I've seen some pretty gardens in my life. I don't think I've ever seen one like this. I haven't. I mean, not with this much diversity. I mean, my goodness. Every direction I look, I'm seeing flowers that I've never seen before. Wow. Well, let's go the other way. There's one down, look at that wall. That wall has got to be 10, 11 foot tall. It was built a long time ago. There's a river out here with a, you can see where the bridge goes across, like a drawbridge, going into the official castle. We haven't got to the castle yet. Hopefully we'll be able to see it as we go through the tour today. There's a forest tour down here that takes you through the forest. That was part of this deal. Jan, are those snapdragons?
They could be in the family, or in the foxglove family.
Foxglove?
Family.
Okay. You ever seen one like that, this little yellow one?
No. I'm certain we'll have people tell us.
I don't know, I get a charge out of flowers. As you all know, my favorite in Missouri, of course, is the iris. We plant those around all of our various farms in Missouri. Oh man, look at that. Bumblebees, honeybees, little bitty bees. I mean, they've got a smorgasbord here. I bet you the honey produced from all these flowers would be amazing. Look at that one. Whoa. I know what those are. Those are hostas. We have hostas at our house. Jan has 4 or 5 different kinds. There you can see the wall pretty good, right there. Man, that took a lot of stone and a lot of work. We just got through coming through the Heritage Center, which talks about the history of this place and the wars that went on in this area from one, you know, it was either the Spaniards or England. There was always wars. And one guy'd whip the other one and he'd lose his estate. And then after things were settled up, he might get part of his estate back. One guy started here, he was an earl, and he had 300,000 acres here. And he liked to gamble. He liked fast horses and hunting and laying around all day in bed. And I'm getting all this from the Heritage Center, all right? And he went from 300,000 acres down to 50,000. That's how much he gambled away. And I don't remember the years, but he wasn't in there too long. People didn't live that long in those days. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I wonder what those are. Look like little grapes. It's the seed head, because the flowers are gone now, but that's the seed. Wow. This is incredible. There's another archway up here. I gotta keep going. I'm probably only about 1/4 of the way through the garden. Look at that. I mean, I've seen shapes of flowers and colors that I've never seen before in my entire life. Boy, there's a nice place to, you know, you just sit down like this. Oh, yeah. It's quite a sight right here. You can sit here for an hour and read a book. Or just observe the beauty around you. Folks, I saw a tree. It's on the way in. It's not those over there. But it's one that looks a little bit like that. The trunk on that tree had to be, if you put a tape measure went around it, I bet you it's 20 feet. How many hundreds of years it took to get that big. And there's a new one. See, I haven't seen this one before. And little shrubs and trees. Of course, I'm very familiar with the hostas. Jan's got tons of hostas. They like shade. I know that. There's some kind of ivy. Keep going, Greg. There's a tree that's got a ton of blossoms on it. I'm not sure what that one is. Almost looks like wild crabapple. Well, there they are. Little bitty fruits on there. I'm not sure what they are though. It looks like it might be a crabapple. But the bees, oh my gosh. You can hear them. Folks, there's bumblebees in there too. Honeybees, little tiny bees. The fragrance, oh my gosh. Luckily, I don't have allergies or my nose would be going crazy. You can just stand here and smell it. It's just unbelievable. Better than any perfume you'll ever experience. Wow, look at that. Okay, now we're going in this area up here. It's got some statues. It's pretty cool. I don't know who laid this out, but they definitely had a sense of imagination. And they did a really, really nice job with it. Look at this. I hadn't been in here. There's a guy over there trimming. I don't know who that chap is. Wow. It just keeps going. Look at that. Oh, check this out. For those of y'all that like wildflowers, check that out. Look at that. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here in this one clump. 7 wildflower clumps. There's the crabapple. Right there. Yep. You talk about beautiful. Look at that. It's unbelievable, the diversity. I mean, there's everything. There's stuff in it that looks like sweat bees. Down to a little bee like that. Where'd you go? I just saw a bumblebee. There goes a bumblebee right there. I mean, I can hear that fountain. That fountain's right on the other side of that. Wow, look at this. I lost Jan. She's got her own thing going down there. Look at that. Holy, it's beautiful. Look at the little sweat bees on that. Look at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little bees look like sweat bees, and they're getting pollen and some kind of nectar off of that. That's pretty cool. Some more of the wildflowers. Man, somebody knew how to grow wildflowers. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. Looks like a postcard. Speaking of which, I gotta wind this up here pretty quick. I gotta go back. I want to take some pictures. I'm always bad about, I'll shoot a video, and then somebody asks me, what did it look like? I'm like, well, I don't have any pictures. Now this is called the mount. This feature may not be suitable for everyone due to the 1 to 4 grade on the spiral path. It may also be slippery. Please supervise children and use the path at all times. Oh. Well, I just stepped over it. Heck, doesn't say we can't walk it. Kind of looks like an Indian burial mound. Oh, this is cool. You know what? When I get to the top up here, I might be able to see the castle. Wow, this is cool. Getting higher, higher. It circles this mound all the way to the top. Wow. Now you got a view. Look at that. I see cattle up there. Oh, there's the ocean. Check that out. So from right here, you can see the ocean. You can see cattle up there on those hillsides. And I'm gonna keep going on up till I get to the very top. There it is. Isle of Man. I'm not sure what all those letters mean. Where's the castle at? I don't see the castle. It's hidden in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's through the woods. I can see the top of it through that tree. But they've got it closed today. I can see it now. Well, you can't see it very well. They've got it. I guess they didn't want people to see the castle. Just driving by it, they've got it secluded. Just talk about a beautiful, beautiful area here. So this is all owned by the Earl of Antrim, and he had many, 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 many small farmers out here on the land that he owned, and basically came down to he deeded it to him. What's that? Oh, you're going to the forest. I was trying to see the castle from here. Yep, I'll be down in just a second. There's Jan down there hollering at me. Anyway, he gave everybody whatever they had, 40 or 60, and there's literally tens of thousands of small farms here in Northern Ireland as a result of that. I'm not sure what year that took place, but it sure is beautiful countryside here. My goodness. This is the forest over here behind us. There's a path. We're gonna take it, and it takes us through the forest. Yep, pretty cool. What is that over there? Looks like a wild area. They haven't mowed it. Oh, that looks like an orchard. A bunch of fruit trees. A bunch of fruit trees in there. Can you imagine? I got a little bit of the history. It's amazing. There was a guy here. He married, I think, 3 times. He was one of the earls. And one of the women he had 15 children with. 12 of them survived. That's a lot of kids. Some of the Amish today have families like that. But you know, it was hard times back in those days. And a lot of people didn't make it, you know, very old because of all the different, well, between some of the stuff that was going around that you got contracted with, you couldn't simply just go out and get an antibiotic. You were pretty much hosed if you got the wrong thing. I don't know if I was supposed to be in here or not. They got ropes on every one of these, but I walked up there. There's nobody out here. So there I go, back over again. Jan's waiting on me up here. There's the elephant plant. What are those called? I always forget. I was hoping I could see a tag on one of them. Jan knows them. She's got some of them. She has to take them inside in the wintertime. What do you call those elephant plants? The ones got the big ears on them like elephant ears? You've got those at the house. You bring them in. Canis. Yep. Are you ready for a walk in the woods?
Yeah, you might want to cut that down. How many minutes is that one?
Yep. Well, I'm going to get out of here, folks. We're going for a walk in the timber, and we'll see you next time. If you get up here to Glenarm, take in this garden tour. It's beautiful. Take care.